Hey everyone, welcome back to Joe Code. I am your host, Joe Marrese. Pleasure to be with you again. Please support the podcast. I'm really excited about this. Like to get it going. I need all the support I can get. I have two roommates. It's all three of us men in our 30s. And my roommates now they think it's a good idea if we paint a picture of each other and hang it up on the wall. I thought it was a joke. I thought we were having fun. They're like, hey, yeah, it'd be cool if we all painted a picture and put it up. And I was like, yeah, that's funny, guys, cool, good joke. And then one day I came home and there were art supplies on the kitchen table. So I need to get out. I need to get married, need to have children, need to get away from the roommate situation. So please email me at joecodepodcast@gmail.com. Follow, support me in any way. My future is in your hands. So please support. Thank you.
Now, what if you start dating a woman and she wants to do the painting?
Then that's fine.
Okay.
I'll exchange paintings with a woman.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Not two other guys that I'm living with. It just... It's not fun. We're not six.
You couldn't start with pencils? You got to go straight to paint?
Yeah, they went to the art store and they got like the pastels or whatever, or are they like crayons maybe, or like colored pen? I don't know, but I'm not participating. That's the bottom line. Too old. I was driving here. I always do this. Like if somebody is listening to really loud music in their car, I always turn off my music and I try to listen to what they're listening to. And I got to tell you, I'm never impressed.
Yeah, never.
I never liked the song that I turn my good music off to hear. You know.
Do you know what it was today?
It was some like 80s kind of maybe ABBA or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I wasn't expecting it to be blasting that loud. Listen to that on your own time. And people that still sing in the car, come on. Get a room. People don't think I can sing, and they're right. I don't sing. But I do, one thing I do miss that I haven't done in a long time is karaoke. That might come as a shock, but I got to the point where I know that my voice is bad, so I just had fun with it. My karaoke singing is more just like yelling. But
what's your song?
I've got a few go-to songs. Thank you for asking. I prefer Goo Goo Dolls. I got that out. Thank you. Goo Goo Dolls. I like the song Big Machine or Broadway. Those are good jams.
Oh, I don't even know if I know those.
Well, I guess you're not a fan. I'll also do, you like Gin Blossoms?
Of course.
Found Out About You. Sure. That's a hard song, though. There's a lot of like up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that, there's probably a music term for that, but.
Highs and lows?
What?
High and low notes?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. And then, I've done Metallica before.
Now that seems like your wheelhouse.
Yeah. Whiskey in the Jar I like to do. Which is pretty amazing anyway that band covered a Irish drinking song. So, that's a good song. And then, here's my number one. Now this is also a song where I've been on record as saying this may be the greatest song of all time. It may shock you.
I'm anxiously awaiting.
Fall Out Boy, Sugar We're Going Down.
That is shocking in so many ways.
Do you think it's the greatest song of all time?
I don't know it.
Top 3.
But I'm going to take a wild stab and say it's not.
Okay. But it is a great karaoke song, and it's very catchy. You never heard it? Down, down in an early round, sugar we're going down swinging.
No. I've tried to avoid Fall Out Boy in my life.
All right, well, I have fun with it. I think it's a great song.
That's all that matters, really.
I work out to it.
If somebody at karaoke is terrible, but having a good time, it's hard to... you can't hate it.
Yeah, that's like me. Well, because the thing is, I try to yell over the music. I feel like you got to be like in tune with the music, but I just try to yell over it. But yeah, I can't sing. I could never. My parents never wanted to put me in the choir, so I always just played sports. I wasn't. They didn't sign me up for singing. They knew my strengths. Like, I would see the kids in the choir. I remember in like grammar school, I'd be like, yeah, these kids are good. I can't do that. But I can play ball.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? I was thinking about this recently. So for high school, Aaron, I went to an all-boys Catholic high school.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I wonder if today, in 2021, if the concept of that would even be accepted.
I mean, they're still out there.
You know what I mean? But just like, if you were to start one today, if someone was like, in 2021, I'm going to start a school where only men could come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that does sound weird.
Like, I think someone would be like, you know, they bring their daughter in, like, you know, my daughter Brittany would really like to go here. Sorry, it's only men. Can't let her in. Oh, yeah? Let's see what Twitter has to say about that. Wait till Twitter gets a hold of this. There's going to be a storm of brewing coming your way. But, yeah, I don't think the idea of it would fly. It's a weird, looking back on it, is a weird kind of, it's a weird dynamic. Guys, you act weird in that kind of a situation.
Yeah.
People act up.
Was the girls, all girls school like across the street or anything like that? Or
just like across town. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't in the neighborhood.
Yeah, total isolation. Wow.
Yeah, it's like prison.
Yeah.
There was.
I just think the school would smell so bad.
There was some bad hygiene. There was farting and.
Yeah, girls help, curb that.
Yeah, windows were always open to air out the farts, even in the winter. Spitballs thrown constantly. I remember there was this fat guy who was next to me. His locker was right next to mine. He would steal my lunches.
Oof.
This fat ass. And I mean that in an insulting way, because he was very fat and also stole my lunch.
Yeah.
So you will get name called if you commit crimes on my behalf.
Yeah. That's fair.
Well, here's the thing. I had a combination lock, and apparently he looked over one day, and as I was doing my twisting of the knob or whatever, he glanced over and got the numbers. And yeah, I mean, it was very obvious. because I would open a bag and there would just be like chips and a candy bar. And my mom made my lunch every day. So I knew my mom wasn't trying to load me up on, load me up on just carbs and sugar. I knew that there was a delicious, beautiful ham or turkey sandwich in there. And I let it go for a while because I felt bad for him, actually. Because I knew his family life wasn't that great. And it was also a testament to how great of sandwiches my mom made.
Yeah.
But then I eventually got a new lock combination and then hit it because I'm hungry. I need to eat lunch.
I don't think I ever ate lunch in high school.
What does that mean?
Like, I gave it away. I was just never hungry at lunchtime. I don't know why.
What? What, are you nervous?
I do have a weird stomach, and I don't know. I just rather play sports. Like, I just played sports all lunch long in high school.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, it was just really weird. I mean, it's really weird of me. I totally agree. It's strange because certainly I'm a hungry person, but I just didn't.
Yeah, no offense, but I feel like you would have ate lunch. You don't look like you missed a lot of lunches.
Yeah, true.
But you certainly made up for it.
Thanks.
So I don't mean any.
I feel like whatever my mom made for me just didn't travel well. Even a peanut butter and jelly sandwich just looks ugly if it's been smashed with a soda can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, like
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, and then like the jelly would bleed through the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very appetizing. Yeah. I get that.
But my buddies were like, sure. So all right.
Oh yeah, anyone in high school you'd offer food to, they wouldn't say no.
But I've had my lunch stolen as an adult. Like,
really?
Not here, thankfully. But yeah, I worked at a job in San Diego, and
did you put your name on the bag?
I did, just because, you know, there were multiple bags in a fridge over a shift. But yeah, one day I came in, my sandwich is gone, and I looked at my supervisor's trash can, and there was a Ziploc bag that looked familiar. But in hindsight,
it's amazing that people do that, though. Yeah, it really is.
In hindsight,
it's disgusting. How fat are you?
Yeah, in hindsight, I had a coworker who was a great guy but really overweight, and it was like, it could have been him. And
yeah,
he knew who to throw the blame on to get me worked up.
Yeah, some people cannot control their urges, but oh man, but yeah, I was a quarterback my junior year of high school. Starting.
Hell yeah.
Well, it was a scenario similar to the movie Varsity Blues. You know that movie?
Oh yeah.
I was John Moxon. I was the backup. The
backup. Reading a book on the sidelines.
Yeah, no, I was honed in. I was ready. I wasn't a nerd like him.
You're not going to Brown.
Yeah. No, I didn't apply to Brown. I applied to all Big Ten schools.
Yeah, you did.
Which, by the way, I will say this. I know I've mentioned before I never finished college, but I got into Indiana University, University of Iowa, Michigan State University, and I believe I got into Wisconsin as well. I think I got into 4 Big Ten schools.
Nice.
So, thank you.
I applied to 1.
Which one?
San Diego State, and I got in.
Oh, that was it. Okay, I thought you meant 1 Big Ten school.
No. I wish I'd have gone out of state or something to school.
Yeah, it was fun for a little bit when I was at Iowa, but I didn't go to class, so
that would have been my problem too.
Yeah. But yeah, our starter got hurt. I got in. It was a lot of fun. It was very nerve-wracking. So at that time, Varsity Blues was my favorite movie. I was like, this is my story.
You do want his life.
Except the part of getting laid. I think I was the only starting quarterback that didn't get laid, but I got laid my next year in high school, not the junior year. But I'm just saying. But I had a lot of fun. It was good.
Were the this is something I remember from high school, is that the footballs in high school are so lopsided and terrible. Was that the same in where you grew up?
In Illinois, no, I think the footballs were pretty good.
Yeah, there's just something. I just remember, I didn't play high school football, but I was like when I was a kid, I was like a water boy for a season.
Like Bobby Boucher.
Well, I was a kid. I was like 12.
Oh.
So, but yeah, the footballs were just so big and ugly and lopsided and maybe just because my high school sucked.
Yeah, it could have been that.
Yeah.
I just remember. I mean, my hands were small, so I that was my biggest problem as a quarterback. But I was pretty quick and pretty accurate. But yeah, I mean, I had a good time. That was yeah. I remember like that summer going in, or not that summer, but that fall when I was playing. I watched like Varsity Blues every weekend, and yeah, it was one of my. But that's not my favorite movie today. I grew out of that. That's a very kind of it's a bit raunchy,
Yep.
if you will. My favorite movies nowadays, if you were to ask me, I would say The Dark Knight and Michael Clayton.
Nice.
Are you familiar with those?
Oh yeah.
Those are two fantastic movies.
Great.
And to me, The Dark Knight may be the best film of all time. And I say that because I've never seen a performance like Heath Ledger's Joker. That performance to me stands as, I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of movies. There's probably some older movies I haven't seen, but that performance just knocked my socks off. And it still does. I can watch,
Yeah.
I mean, that movie came out 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So, cheers to Heath. Great actor. So now at this time, I would like to go into This Sucks for the week.
I mean, first of all, this sucks that Heath Ledger died, right?
Yeah, I'm worried. I have to work on the transitions.
No.
But yeah, also that. But that's a good. Yeah, that is a This Sucks. But also, my This Sucks is me smacking my lips in the microphone during this podcast. Aaron, I've listened back on some of the episodes, and I'm doing lip smacking.
Mm-hmm.
Please let me know when that happens. You just sit there and you don't say anything while the podcast falls apart. I'm making a conscious effort not to do it anymore. So I hope people aren't turned off by that. And I certainly hope I didn't do it this episode. Maybe once at the beginning I felt a smack. But... And I'm not going to make the sound. I'm not going to do it. So then I want my brain to get away from it. But there is smacking going on. And it needs to stop. Need to be disciplined here. Otherwise, I'll quit. And that's that. So, yeah, sorry. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Do you like the softball championship shirt I'm wearing?
I do. I have a couple myself.
Yeah, this is from 2015, back when I could move. So
You still move.
yeah, I know, but sometimes the balls hit, and I just don't want to get it. You know what I mean? I see the ball coming, and I want it to go somewhere else.
Weird. I haven't felt that from you.
Well, I think it's not in my brain. I think my body says that. Like the last game, I had so many balls hit at me. I just was like,
Yeah.
I was a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah. Me too.
And by the end of it, I was like, that was one of those games where I was like, I questioned, like, what am I doing out here? Too old. I don't want the ball. And then I talked to my dad about softball. And he's like, what are you doing? You're old. You don't have your reflexes anymore.
There's some old.
My
dudes
dad
playing.
calls me old. What is he then?
Ancient.
Yeah. But I'm gonna get freaking spikes today. I'm going to get softball cleats.
Nice. I think that will help.
Well, I guess. I mean, I really don't have time. I have to go home after this. But I don't have to go home for any particular reason. I just would rather go home instead of go to a store.
There's a Big Five right across the street.
And look at shoes.
Yeah.
But I'm forced into that situation now. So.
How about that one I snared, though?
Yeah, that was a great play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these guys that hit it back at the pitcher, like our guys were doing that too. It's like, you know, it's poor etiquette to shoot it up the box like that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
I mean, I did it. I apologized. Apparently, their team didn't think I did, but I did.
Oh, you apologized?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want it.
Yeah, because someone could get hurt. Yeah, we had a few with that guy. That pitcher, he, like, the one that he caught that I got doubled off on, that was like, I had no chance. That was like low, too.
Yeah.
It was like at his knee, and he got it. There's nothing I could frickin' do. Whatever. So, you know JT Parr, Aaron? Remember that guy?
Yeah, I am pretty familiar.
Yeah, he, so I do this thing with him on Instagram, these pick'ems, where he'll like ask me a this or that question.
Sure.
And a lot of times I'm not ready for it. Like, we'll just be hanging out. He basically holds me hostage with his phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we'll just be sitting there hanging out. I won't be in any kind of mood. And then he'll just pull the phone out and just hold it up at me like it. And then but then he asks the question, and then I start thinking about it. Like, okay, which one do I like? Instead of just saying, no, I don't want to do this. I commit. I'm like, okay, let me think about this. But I don't want people to take these too seriously, because like the other day that a guy wrote, because the other night John asked me, JT goes, Catholicism or capitalism? And I didn't even answer it. I was actually too busy. I was cutting a video, actually, for this podcast at the time, and John's bothering me. And I didn't even answer it. But then some guy like wrote on my Instagram post like, you know, I'm not going to listen to your podcast because you didn't pick capitalism. Okay, you're taking these serious? I didn't even give an answer. Get a life.
Well, first of all, they're the same. So.
Yeah, I mean, I mean,
it's not really this or that. It's a that or that.
Yeah, some of those questions that he'll ask, and I wasn't even paying attention. So thanks for taking it personal. Don't hold it against me. Don't not listen to my podcast because of that. But he actually then deleted the comment because I think then people realize, you know, I have an absurd argument here for being mad at this guy for that. So, I'm ready to get back to weddings, Aaron. I haven't been to a wedding. I was looking at my calendar. The last wedding I went to was January 11th, 2020.
Oh, wow.
So, well, yeah, I mean, because of last year.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, yeah, so I am ready to get back. Weddings are fun. Actually, that guy that got married, he had twins. I need to text him. Congratulations. Or twins might have to be a phone call.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like one kid is a text, twins, phone call, triplets, FaceTime, quadruplets or more, you got to go visit in person. Yeah. You're like, I got to see this.
Yeah, yeah.
This is magical. But
yeah, I'm in a wedding in 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
And I have to give a speech.
Oh, you are?
I don't have to, but I agreed to do it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've done a couple speeches Well, I did my brother and my sister's weddings. I did speeches, and my whole thing was I didn't prepare either time. Well, I kind of knew what I was gonna say, but my whole thing was just to be drunk, and then kind of speak from the heart, and that's basically what I did. But yeah, when you're in a wedding, it's crazy. Like when you're on the bus, like the drinking, it's crazy. Like I remember my sister's wedding, these bridesmaids are like pulling beers out of their ears. It's like it's nonstop. It's like, take this Captain Morgan and drink half the bottle. Come on. And then you show up. I mean, my go-to move usually at weddings is just to basically be blind by dinner time. Just hammered, drunk, sit down at the table, ask for the bread too loud. Because for whatever reason, I'm never sitting by the bread. I feel like whenever I'm sitting at a wedding and I'm at the table, the bread is always away from me, and I need the bread to soak up the booze. I need it now. I hate when people ask me if you go to a wedding, like, did you hook up with anyone at the wedding? No, I didn't hook up with any of my cousin's friends that I've known for 30 years. Sorry. What are you talking about? There's no hooking up.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not that horny in front of my parents. I don't want to be kissing my parents there. Like, my mom used to just eyeball me because I would drink a lot. I would think I never drank in front of my parents for the longest time because I didn't want them to think I had a problem, which I don't. I mean, I just get carried away sometimes. But my mom would always, she was watching me like, what's somebody that watches somebody really close? I can't think of an analogy.
Like a sniper?
Yeah. She was like a alcohol sniper. She would always be like, you've had enough. Stop. I don't know. Weddings kind of bring that out in you.
I don't drink, so I just kind of I got to get there on my own. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, at a wedding, I could not imagine not drinking. I've had a blast at weddings.
I've been to a lot of weddings where I don't know anybody except my wife.
Yeah, it's weird. Some weddings have a weird energy. Like the people on the other side of the person you don't know, it's like they don't even make eye contact with you. It's like you're in a dream. It's so weird. Yeah, did you hook up with anybody? No, I didn't make eye contact. How about that?
And I barely got any bread.
Yeah. I've done some great Joe Eats at weddings, though. Those are some of the classic ones.
Oh, yeah. Wedding food is really hit or miss. I don't think it's ever great, and I'm including my own wedding.
Yeah. I feel like I've had a couple great ones, but yeah, typically not.
I liked our passable hors d'oeuvres more than I liked our main course.
Yes. Yeah, typically appetizers can be great, like during the cocktail hour. I'm into that. And I went to a wedding once where the food was terrible, and I'm not going to say who it is because I love them, and I just don't want to. I want to protect the accused. You know.
I went to one where the reception was at a Maggiano's Italian place.
Okay.
That was really good food.
All right. Yeah. That's pretty good. But I mean, that just sounds funny for a wedding.
The reception, not the ceremony.
Oh yeah. I would hope.
Ceremony was on a golf course.
Yeah, I like golf course weddings. Yeah, my brother did that.
We did. Mine was downtown rooftop. It was really cool.
What city?
Here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, my brother did a golf course wedding. I remember I actually passed out in the general manager's office of the country club. I don't remember how I got in there, but I'm here today, and I thank everyone for taking care of me that night. Yeah, I've had. I don't condone. Well, I also don't. I'm not going to judge, but I don't do drugs, but I did once at one of my good friend's weddings. It was basically like in the woods in Washington State, so it felt right. I did some Adderall, smoked some weed, drank a bunch, and I was on fire at that wedding. I talked to all the parents. I had a blast talking with the parents and talking shit about their kids. It was so fun. I never knew how much I liked some of my friends' dads. It was such a good time. I just was on. That's what the Adderall did. But I had a bad crash from it, so if you got to be careful with that stuff. But, man, I was on fire. Anyone with gray hair I talked to that night. I mean, you want to get married like in the woods in Washington. What do you're not giving me a whole lot of options for being calm, you know. So, I mean, it was a great time though.
Would you consider that a Sasquatch wedding?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that name that's a good woods wedding name.
Yeah, like instead of a shotgun wedding, a Sasquatch wedding. I'm going to three weddings this year.
Oh, I don't have any. I don't have any coming up.
They're all kind of like, two of them are makeups for COVID.
Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm interested to go to a wedding. It'll be my first shaved head wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Never made this look to a wedding yet. The thing now about having a shaved head, though, is when you're eating and there's a hair in your food, it's not yours.
Yeah.
It's always someone else's. So my hope is that the person who served me the food washed their hair, because I'm still eating the food. I just hope it's clean. The hair, if it's a clean hair, then we're okay. All right, let me do I believe we're getting close to the end here, Aaron.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do This Is Great for the week.
Sure.
And my This Is Great for the week is birthday cake.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, I was never a big cake guy. And then, like, I always thought cake, I feel like cake would, I kind of had this thought of, like, I feel like cake would be better served in, like, sad situations than happy situations.
Yeah.
I feel like cake needs to be there on days where you're, like, alone and bored doing laundry, not at birthday parties. You're already having fun. You don't need the cake there. But some of the last few birthday cakes I've had are so moist and so delicious. There are some fantastic places out here that make cakes.
Mm-hmm.
I've changed my mind on dessert. I was never a big dessert guy. And some of these vanilla, chocolate kind of, if you make an ice cream cake, oh,
yeah,
I love it. I'm in love. So yeah, shout out to cake. I don't know. I think cake got moister over the years. I feel like I had a bunch of dry cakes for a while.
Yeah.
There was a dry run, we'll say.
That's another thing at weddings that kind of can go hit or miss, is wedding cakes.
Yeah. Typically wedding cake I don't find all that great. More of a birthday cake kind of guy.
Yeah. That's why we did donuts.
It's a good idea. Donuts, cookies. I'll do soft serve ice cream.
Yeah.
So, all right, I gotta go buy some cleats and pretend that I can still be athletic, and I need to also eat. So that will be the end of this episode. I thank everybody for listening, and I'll see you next time. This is Joe Code with Joe Marrese.
Oh, yeah. What's the email again?
The email is joecodepodcast@gmail.com. Please write in. I look forward to hearing from everybody.